Hey there, how are you? Just finishing up an email to a Rochester-based creator that I connected with, giving him a couple of tips. So I'm gonna get right to the point and be quick about this today. I'm kind of doing all this in the middle of getting ready for work and I have to get out of here very soon. But I wanted to follow up from the last video and show you and reveal today the final title and logo for the leadership training podcast that I'm putting together. So I really appreciate the feedback and the ideas, and you guys did get me thinking, really taking into account all of the amazing feedback I got from you guys in terms of what the title should be, how complex. Is it a name with a subtitle? Is it too long and wordy? Is it too vague or doesn't really line up with the purpose and the mission of the podcast? In addition to the feedback I got on the structure of the logo, a whole bunch of folks recommended playing with different colors. To be honest, I really couldn't find a color palette that made more sense to me than the original one that I came up with in the first place. Ultimately, I really didn't make any changes to the structure and the look of the logo, but the name for sure is all locked and ready to go. So without too much ado, maybe a little music, maybe a little fanfare, but here we go. The show will be called Leadership 101. I think it gets right to the point. It tells you exactly what this is about, and honestly really helped me hone in on who the target audience is for this podcast. These conversations over the last few days have really helped me get it out of my skull into the air, and getting the feedback from you guys has helped me reach this point. So there it is. That's what it is. That's how we're going to go forward. In the last video, I talked about my strategy for interviewing other leaders to get their perspective on what it's like to get off the ground floor and move into management. My question to you is, are you or someone you know, someone who works in management, a supervisor, a team lead, no matter what the industry, if you think you can recommend somebody for me to reach out to and invite to come onto the podcast and be a guest, I would love to hear about it. And certainly feel free to reach me through private message. We're over on Facebook, #DrivingMeCrazy, Twitter, and everywhere else. You can certainly reach me on Patreon. Just saying. I just really want to thank you all for coming along on this journey. We're halfway there. Next video, we're going to talk a little bit more about what I found researching the rest of the podcasts that you all recommended to me, and start laying down some foundation of how I'm going to structure how the podcasts start, whether there's music, whether there's an intro, really see if I can zero in on my voice in this whole thing. That's next time, but for now, I really got to get going. I'm really grateful to you for sticking with me through this journey. As always, thanks so much for watching. See you on the road.